Boys, today is a big day as only in a couple hours from when you guys watch this, the Wallabies will take on the Lions in Test 2 of this 2025 Lions Australia Tour series, whatever you want to call it. So this is everything you need to know from the basics about Game 1 as well, and all just the major changes, especially for the Wallabies. So with that said, let's get into it. We'll start with some of the basics here. The first game was at Suncorp at 8 PM Sydney time, and the second game is also at 8 PM. This time, the game is actually being played in Melbourne at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. I think we're going to have around 90,000 people going to the game. I really want to see how they set up. You know, I've never seen a rugby game be played at Melbourne Cricket Ground before. Obviously, it's a circle. I'd love to see it. I just think it's a good option, and it's really gonna make especially Union much bigger in Melbourne, which we know is very dominated by AFL. So yeah, I think it's obviously good for just Melbourne and Victoria as a state in general. But back to just the normal stuff, so 8 PM, same time, it's all of them at 8 PM, so just a pretty decent time around for NRL fans. It's like when Origin's on at 8 PM. And then we'll go over the main changes. So we actually have Rob Valentini and Will Skelton have been named in the Wallabies starting lineup, which is great. It's so good to have them back. We didn't have them in Game 1. It's going to make a big difference. And the starting four impact for the second test against the British and Irish Lions. Sorry, named, and I didn't finish that sentence. But then the Wallabies coach, Joe Smith, I completely mispronounce it, but it doesn't matter, has kept the same starting backline that played in the first test in Brisbane. And then obviously the details Saturday, July 26th, Melbourne Cricket Ground. So those were, I guess, the main changes, and they can really affect a lot. For little predictions here, I am going for the Wallabies to win this. Even though this could be like the decider. The winner, if the Lions win, that means it's, well, over. 2-0 win already. Even if the Wallabies win the next game, they've already won the series. If the Wallabies win, that means we're going to Sydney for a decider, and I really hope the Wallabies win. Obviously, I'm going for the Wallabies, and I also want it to be a decider when I go to watch the game in Sydney. But yeah, I know there'll be a lot of the Lions fans who will say, oh, definitely the Lions are going to win this with easy, and I know a lot of fans who will probably say that. But I am going with the Wallabies here. I think we came a bit close at the end, 1927. They obviously had the opportunity to blow us out at points, but they didn't end up doing that, and with more and some of our better players back in the team, I really feel confident. So they actually played a game before the Test 2 where they ended up playing what they called the Pacifica First Nations and Pacifica team, whatever. And wow, that was incredibly impressive. I think this was one of the first times where we saw this team get put together, and they really gave the Lions a shot. 19-24 was the score. They lost, but still a big shot. It gives the Wallabies some hope to be able to show some magic today. But that's really it. I could go into a bit more detail about Game 1, but does that really matter now? Because we're focusing on Game 2. For people who don't know, the score did end 1927. And basically, having Lions dominance the first half, and then more to the end, the Wallabies started getting more used to it. So those are everything you need to know. My predictions, obviously the Wallabies. That means we're going to the decider, and just a bunch of other stuff. See you guys next one. Come on, Wallabies.